Information that the Indian government has reached out to both the primary pharma companies in the country that are selling the Covid19 vaccine and urging them to reduce prices. We've got Rahul Srivastava joining us, our National Affairs Editor. Sneha Mordani tracks the health sector for us. I want to go across to Rahul Srivastava first. Covaxin is being sold at 1,200 rupees at private hospitals and Covishield at 600. What are your sources telling you? What kind of an effort is the government making, and to what extent do they want these pharma companies to reduce prices, Rahul?
Now, the latest point of friction as far as the battle against COVID-19 is concerned is the friction over the pricing, with most chief ministers already terming the pricing formula as unfair and discriminatory, and also four chief ministers coming out openly saying, one, availability before May 15 is questionable, and the pricing where the center gets at a much lower price and the state getting higher is unfair. Now, what we are told by our sources, that there was a meeting between the cabinet secretary, officials of the PMO, from the Niti Aayog, Dr. V.K. Paul and others, and a kind of a indication, a gentle nudge has been sent out to the companies. It's not an order. Remember, it's not an order, it's not a missive, it's not a written communication. It's kind of those gentle internal communication nudges which has been given to these two companies, that they should try and ensure if they can look at the volumes and bring down the prices some bit.
Okay, Sneha Mordani tracks these pharma companies for us. Can you tell us how they've arrived at this price, 600 rupees for private hospitals for Covishield and 1,200 for Covaxin? And is there at all any acceptance that maybe now that the government's nudging them, they will look at reducing prices?
Well, Rahul, the pharmaceutical companies have been of the opinion that 150 rupees a dose that they've given to the center certainly is a special price. That is not something that's going to help them sustain the manufacturing of these doses, the production of which is going to go up manifold. It already has started. And also, for example, Covaxin, Bharat Biotech has been extremely vocal, saying that this is a vaccine that is inactivated. Remember, it requires a BSL-3 facility. Bharat Biotech has got a BSL-3 facility in Hyderabad. It's not a vaccine that can be developed in any manufacturing facility, and hence the cost of manufacturing this vaccine is extremely high. Pharmaceutical companies are of the opinion that right now they have to think long term, and this is something that has been communicated in that meeting that was held today, that we have to think about the fact that the virus is mutating. There is fair amount of tweaking that we have to do when it comes to innovation, and for this reason we have to have finances. You know that we have taken money from you, is what the pharmaceutical companies have communicated to the government. Remember, 4,500 crores has been given already by the government to both of these companies, 3,000 crore to Serum Institute and 1,500 to Bharat Biotech. There is support as far as the Department of Biotechnology is also concerned, both financial support and of course the technical know-how from the ICMR as far as Bharat Biotech is concerned. So the government has said that look at considering this, given the fact that there is pressure, this matter is also in court, and that companies must also look at the position that the center has found itself in, with the states now saying that how can at the end of the day differential pricing be justified.
Okay, so 150 rupees is what the union government is being charged, 400 rupees is what the state governments are being charged in the case of Serum, and 600 in the case of Bharat Biotech. Efforts being made to try and reduce that gap. Let's see the extent to which this succeeds. The 1st of May is when these vaccines will be available in the private sector. Thanks very much, Rahul Srivastava and Sneha Mordani, for that update. Let's move on.